Katika kipindi tunakuletea wasanii.
What's up my guys, I go by the name Rainams.
Eti nikipita kwa macho unanipimia na kama sina pesa unguwezi nipimia hapa Shenster the Poet manze.
Ngoma moto moto.
If you wanna show some love but don't fake it too. Hey, dakumenya mawazo mako. Nani anedera shire. Oh, utani wako.
Vichekesho mkisongaza, mahojiano moto moto, stori za wasanii pamoja na talanta za wasanii.
Fiki wa kasi gani kama wapatikani wakati wa shida.
Na pia kwenye kipindi utabambika, utajijenga, utaelimika, utakuza talanta yako.
My name is Rebecca Mutie, I'm a model and I'm Afri Kenya. I'm a student. Napenda kusikiza kipindi cha Bonga na Katoni kila Jumatatu kuanzia saa 9 mpaka saa 10.
Kumbuka ni kwenye Bonga na Katoni ndani ya TAS TV kuanzia saa 9 hadi saa 10 kila siku ya Jumatatu.
This is Bonga na Katoni in TAS TV. Karibuni.
Good afternoon. It's another beautiful Thursday and we come back bringing good news. We've been discussing the impact on nutrition on different health conditions, and today is yet another day that we have a different part, and this time we are covering the part of the questions that we left from the first time we started discussing nutrition up until where we are today. And as always, you're back again with the beautiful, the awesome Madam Jane, who has been taking us through this amazing topic. So thank you so much for joining us every other time. We appreciate you. We appreciate you for your time. And please remember to follow us on all the social media platforms at TAS_TV_official on Twitter, TAS_TV_KE on Instagram and TikTok, TAS TV on Facebook, and TAS TV official on YouTube. Thank you so much for 1.9k subscribers on YouTube. We appreciate you for your everyday support. And remember the Smart Shopper. The Smart Shopper have amazing products, and February being the month of love, and today we are on the first day of February, we decided why not bring something that is amazing to your desk. We have this amazing tree. I'm not sure if you can see it, but this tree you can use with your friends, with your partner. Those of us who have gratitude jars, you could also use this for yourself. So there are these tabs that you use to write your name, ama kitu, just a note to for yourself, ama somebody can write it for you, and then what you do in return, you just hang it on that beautiful tree. So this tree goes for 1,500 ikiendelea, depending on the size that you want again. So please remember to call the number 0798154042 and make your order. Remember, in case you are in Thika Town, the delivery is free, and in case you are not in Thika Town, we do deliveries but at a small fee. So please shop with the Smart Shopper. Customer service is their #1 priority. Without so much talking, allow us to get straight into today's episode. Karibu sana Madam Jane.
Thank you so much, Lavin. It's a wonderful afternoon.
Yes.
A wonderful day that the Lord has given us.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited to be at TAS TV, even as we interact with our viewers.
Yes.
And learn more about keeping healthy.
Yes.
And living good.
Yes.
Thank you.
Keeping healthy and living healthy. So the other time we discussed, in case you missed the previous episode, please go on YouTube. You'll find it named as part 2. So the impact of nutrition on different health conditions, part 2. So we've had part 1, we've had part 2, and now this is a part 3. And towards the end of it, we are going to discuss something skin, which you're supposed to be, anticipating on the next episode what are we going to have, because it has been an amazing time with Madam Jane, and the fact that she's an amazing guest who's always willing to come back every other to come back every other time just to help us go through this topic, because she's an expert and she understands them better. So Madam Jane,
it's a pleasure.
Karibu sana. Thank you so much for always coming back.
Santi.
Okay, so let's get straight into, the first question of the day, allergies. As an expert, what are allergies? Nini inazikos? What should we look for when it comes to nutrition and its relationship with, allergies?
Oh yes, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Because allergies are quite an issue to many people, and they range from different areas.
Yeah.
There are people who are allergic to weather. When it gets cold, they start sneezing.
Yeah.
And they have running noses. There are others who are allergic to the foods that we eat.
Yeah.
You realize that there are some people who will be allergic to proteins. You realize there are people who will eat a certain kind of food, and their body reacts. So when we talk about allergy, we are talking about those foods, cases, weather, and even plants that affect your body from within, and the reaction comes out. So there are people who are even allergic to plants. You realize when the farms are very green and we have maize in the farms, if somebody who is allergic to that pollen gets into the farm, they start sneezing, they start scratching, and the problem becomes quite an issue. And I usually advise people, if you realize that you are allergic to something, and you might not even be aware what particular it is, it is always good to check in to a doctor who will be able to check your system, and especially where foods are concerned. When we talk about foods, we are talking about things that we eat and they go into our system, but after a while they react. You'll find people getting pimples simply because they ate eggs. So they will start zeroing out, or rather eliminating. If it is about eggs, when I eat eggs, I get this problem, I itch. They eliminate the eggs. There are others who will even eat beans, any sort of protein, and the body reacts. So it might be very hard for somebody to know exactly until you come to that point whereby you are eliminating one item at a time. And it is quite an issue. It is very common, even with children. You realize that children are getting problems with milk. You can imagine a baby who is supposed to be feeding on milk, and the body reacts. So it is about time for those people who are hurting on allergies to get to know what it is that hurts them by visiting the doctors, the physicians. They will be able to help them.
Okay. So now from a point or from a perspective, a nutritionist, what would you say are some of the ways that could actually help with allergies? Ama ile first-hand identification.
First-hand identification of allergies. The minute you realize that you are affected by the foods that you're taking, as I have said, elimination. That will help a lot. And again, where there are some foods that are very high in proteins, if it is about proteins, it is good now to choose which one to take, because you've got to have foods that are proteinous, you've got to get the vitamins, you've got to get foods that build the body, you know. So we cannot say that you will not be eating. But when it becomes such an issue, there are some